Hey guys, Nick or YouTube back with another video, and today starts the episode 1 of the NASCAR weekend recap. It may be halfway through the season, but we're here with episode 1 with my dear friends Seth Rawls, Matthew Bayuk, and Alex Phillips. This is gonna be a weekly, I guess, I wouldn't call it a podcast. Seth would like to call it a podcast. But a nice 10 to 15 to 20 minute max video recapping the weekend and all the NASCAR action. And this TV, what should we call this? What do we call this?
Reality TV
TED
show.
Talk? Is this a TED Talk?
Oh.
All right,
No,
I don't know. We're gonna
come up with a name at another
you know what? We're gonna this weekend recap is sponsored by Seth Rawls Designs. If you need a car done for iRacing or for NR 2003 or any logos, and matter of fact, contact Seth Rawls Designs. Link will be in the description. Now, since that is out of the way, New Hampshire. This is the first of 2 New Hampshire races. JK. They took the second one out. So, New Hampshire, what was the race called? Casino something 301?
Foxwoods Casino 301.
The Foxwoods Casino 301.
Wow.
I thought it was a good race. I didn't expect it. Practice was kind of chaotic, and it went in. We're talking about the Cup Series. This is. Practice was chaotic. Multiple backup cars. A lot of the Chevy struggled. It seemed. De Benedetto had a couple issues. But yeah, that's where the chaos started. The race was pretty good, may I say, for New Hampshire. I thought it wasn't going to be as good as it was, but the finish made it up. What do you guys think?
9 out of 10 for New Hampshire, 6 out of 10 for all races. Not bad.
There it is. Anyone else? No? So, well, our very own Seth Rawls was at the race, right, Seth?
Yeah, I mean, being there for the past 16, 18 races.
What?
I think that was really one of the better.
You've been to the last 16 races?
Yeah.
There it is.
That.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
But I think it was really good. I definitely agree with 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I think if it was a side-by-side finish, it would
9 out of 10 for like New Hampshire is what I said.
Yeah, for a New Hampshire race. I think it was really good. You know, people were complaining about the strung out parts, but I think that's part of the racing that's gonna happen. It's not gonna be side by side every single lap, and I think that's some of the fun of it. You know what I mean? You can see the different tire strategies. I think the real winner of this weekend though would definitely be Goodyear. They brought a really good tire to the track. Everyone's saying the package was good.
Wow.
It was Goodyear that caused the good racing.
Didn't Stenhouse blow a tire?
Definitely.
Didn't De Benedetto blow 2 tires?
To be fair, Stenhouse.
Yeah, no, but the tires fell off really quick. So
Eric Jones did like chop him. I forgot about that.
The tire fell off really good.
Fair enough. Yeah, there were a lot of 2-tire strategies. I can't lie, because they were taking 2 tires, no tires.
Like Austin Dillon, I'm pretty sure he blew a bead, like a brake bead in it.
I think Austin Dillon just sucks.
Whoa.
Yes, I agree.
Hot take. All right, well that's gonna be for another.
Universally
that's
accepted.
a hot take. I don't know. He's won more races than Jimmy Johnson the past 2 years. But on the matter of fact, that is true. All right, so
plate races.
To be honest with you, I really think the real winner of this race was Matt De Benedetto. I don't know where he's going next year. I don't know what he's doing in the future. But another solid top 5 finish for him in LFR. That is a W. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how he did it. But I don't know if it was Altix that said it. But 2 drivers' tracks and 2 top 5 finishes. I think it was Alex, actually. Yeah. Alex said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
De Benedetto, 2 top 5 finishes. And a couple, other than that, the playoff picture's starting to tighten up.
Oh,
Jimmy Johnson had issues. Kyle Larson had issues. Clint Boyer had issues. Who else had issues?
Ryan Suarez had issues, but they were able to fix it.
Newman was on a roll. Hemrick is. They need to fix something.
They need a win. Yeah.
They need Tyler Reddick to get in there and just start dominating. You know. All right. But other than that, I mean, it's starting to get pretty crazy. I have the playoff picture here.
I was gonna
Where
ask,
is
do you have it?
Let's get it. Let's get it like right there. Oh my god, it takes up half the screen. Don't worry about
touch
that.
on real quick.
The who?
Tim Netto, I think it
Yeah.
did the 95. I think it's definitely a career. It could be really a big career changing race. I saw that Steve O'Donnell tweeted about him, so that's pretty crazy. He said that the teams they're starting to notice what he's doing. So if he doesn't end up back in the 95 LFR,
fast in all the practices and
a
qualified.
team could pick him up.
Yeah, I don't know who would pick him up though. That's the thing.
I
All
don't
these
know.
places
They're
are being
kinda-
filled. I mean, Christopher Bell needs a ride. We already
Yeah.
know that Tyler Reddick is most likely going into the 31.
31.
Cole Custer.
Cole Custer doesn't really have a ride unless Daniel Suarez doesn't step up or do anything. He'll fill that hole.
Wait, hang on. This is actually. Wait,
I don't-
Nick, this is important. We were listening to Kevin Harvick's interview
Oh,
after
that's
the race.
right. That's right.
Yeah, you were saying how he sounded like he was like more like sentimental and more like humble, almost like he might retire.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and when Harvick was doing his interview after he won, I don't know if anybody can go look at it. I'll leave a link to it or something. But he just felt like listening to him. He felt he was soaking it in. I mean, this was his first win in a while, so I would be soaking it in too. But maybe the way it sounded and the way just how Altick said it, how humbled he sounded. It could be one of his last wins. Maybe he retires after this year.
I think after 2020.
I know he wants to keep racing. Maybe he'll retire with Johnson in 2020. Because I mean, I don't know if Johnson is gonna re-sign again after 2020 when his contract's up. That's probably gonna be it for him, which is one more year. But Harvick just sounded very, I guess, content. Is the
Only
word.
problem, we don't know anything about Harvick if he's retiring. The only reason we can make conjectures about Johnson is because the question comes up almost every time they have a bad performance, and he's forced to answer a question: does he feel like retiring?
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick just came off literally an 8-win season, and even though he has only won once, he still had a fairly productive season. So nobody's questioning whether he's retiring, although they're the same age. So we don't actually know anything except based off of a victory lane interview.
So
But it did
maybe
sound that way.
maybe if he does retire, Custer takes over the 4, or if Boyer retires, Custer takes over and they keep Suarez.
Don't exactly have a young crop of drivers in Cup.
I think maybe next year they keep Custer one more year in Xfinity and wait for either Boyer or Harvick to retire, and then fill that spot and keep Suarez, because Suarez is still good. He just hasn't had a track or place where he's, put everything together in one race.
Yeah. To be fair to Suarez, though, he's only been on the Cup Series for this is his second year, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Third.
And-
No. Is it second or third?
Second.
Second.
And just like William Byron, you could say William Byron's gonna get kicked out eventually for whoever. No Gregson, maybe whoever.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
But,
think Hendrick is believing in those guys.
Definitely believing in those guys. And then
Yeah.
Byron's actually fairly.
Yeah, I'm just saying he hasn't
Especially
won
with
yet,
Knaus.
just like Suarez, and Suarez is just taking a second longer to find his stride.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna see Hendrick replace. I think the only person we're gonna see replace with Hendrick is Jimmy Johnson, of course. Who they're gonna
Tyler
put in
Reddick,
there?
maybe?
I don't think it'll be Tyler Reddick. Unless he
No, Reddick's on
does 1 year with the 31, if he goes
don't
to
know.
Cup next year, and then moves maybe. Bubba Wallace in Jimmy Johnson's contracts line up. You never know. But I don't know.
Chris Buescher or something like that.
Somebody who needs to win though is Ryan Blaney.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he hasn't won yet. Penske has, I wouldn't call it dominated, but I mean, look
They've been
at it.
pretty rock solid.
Logano and Keselowski are 1st and 5th on the board. Blaney's done good, but I'm just wondering when he's going to win. They seemed like they had a lot of speed this week. Let's see. Here's the
coming
top.
up to Pocono here.
Here's the top
Furiously-
15 from today.
Jump ahead.
Chris Buescher had a nice run. Byron had a decent run. Newman was hauling. There you go.
Yeah.
Blaney in 4th, Jones 3rd. Jones had a really good run. I don't know when Jones is going to win again, but it was
There's
interesting.
actually a really important race for Eric Jones.
Yeah,
They
and
were able
he's
to
on the
overcome some
cutoff
issues.
too, and he got a couple of good stage finishes.
Do you have the points up right now on the screen?
Yeah.
Let me see if it'll load for me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, today was crazy. Wait, what is this? Can you scroll down those points? It only shows down.
No,
this
it
is the
only
race
shows top
results.
15. Yeah.
Do you have the point standings?
Yeah, I can go to the point standings. We'll just flip it back over. There it is.
There you go.
The updated point standings.
Yeah, this was crazy because Clint Boyer, Daniel Suarez, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Larson all had bad days, but Eric Jones and Ryan Newman had good days. So you're saying how it really closed up? Like it's kind of a mess from like William Byron on back.
Yeah.
And then not really William Byron actually, more like Ryan Newman on back. It's an absolute mess.
I'd say anyone outside the top 19 is gonna have to win. I mean,
Oh, yeah, for
Methodist,
sure.
Yeah,
they can
no,
make
definitely.
it, but they're gonna have to win.
You know, they were actually saying while Stenhouse was walking back to the garage, they were literally saying on the broadcast how he's in a must-win now. So that's actually completely accurate.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for. I mean, we got a couple wild cards, I guess you can call it. Pocono's not really a wild card, but with the package, a lot
Some
of
strategy,
different people
yeah.
are open to win. Watkins
Frank's coming
Glen,
again.
anybody can win. Indianapolis is going to be weird with this package. I don't know how Indy's going to be.
Ooh.
I hope it's like that Xfinity race in 2017.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But
Pretty-
we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Next week is gonna be Pocono, which is pretty cool. NBC's doing the radio style broadcast for the next 2 weeks. Me and the very own Seth Rawls will be at Watkins Glen, so I'll get you some footage from there for next week's episode. But this week was interesting. It closed up the gap at the chase a lot more. It's gonna be interesting. And again, we'll go back to the top 15 of today's race. Couple of solid finishes for people that needed it. That's for sure. Anybody else?
Stuart Haas.
Any other thoughts? Yeah, Stuart Haas getting their first win. I
We should do
forgot
some
about
picks
that
for
one.
next week.
Took them long enough.
Stuart
should do
Haas
picks for
finally
next
got
week.
it done.
What's
Spire
that?
got it done before them. Lol.
Let's do picks for next week.
Picks for next
Oh,
week.
Picks for
Starcom
next
finished
week.
26th today. I
Stark-
forgot about that.
Yeah, how about
Yeah,
Ross Chastain
Starcom.
finished 25th as well? My boy Ross.
Yeah.
Thought I'd
Where
point
does
that
Starcom
out.
finish?
Dude in the 51 finished top 30, I think.
Yeah.
Solid
Yeah.
day
He
for the
did.
back
Andy
markers.
Seuss. His name Andy Seuss. Who the hell is Andy
Sice.
Seuss?
Andy
Sice.
Sice.
He's
Get it
a
right, dude.
Sice.
modified driver that's never raced in the top 3 series in NASCAR.
Suess.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I just thought like Seuss because Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
What else
no, I think it is.
did we miss anything else in the race today? What did we miss? Did we miss
Uh,
anything?
Ryan Newman
How
had
about-
engine problems, but were able to overcome them.
Yeah.
They fixed it.
Can we all agree
Yeah,
that
what
the finish
happened?
was-
How they apparently they were going down a cylinder, but then they didn't go down a cylinder.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't a
they had,
cylinder.
like,
It was
a-
some type of coil. Yeah, coil.
Yeah.
Can we
Coil
all
some sort,
agree
but they fixed it after 3 pit stops under
What are
caution.
we agreeing?
on that the finish was clean and fair?
I,
they were not like
you
that?
know
That was
what?
great.
I think they could have gone side by side if Hamlin didn't
Hamlin
drive down
could have.
into him. If Hamlin
Yeah.
would have taken the run and not made any contact, he would have won that race. That's for a
Yeah.
fact. If you watch the
I think it
replay,
was
he drove straight into him. I mean, it was clean.
yeah.
It was definitely clean.
It was quintessential NASCAR.
Yeah, no,
He
exactly.
was gonna
but-
try and get down on Harvick's door, but it's not like where you have in F1 the downforce to just hang it around the bottom flat out. Harvick's gonna have to wash up. So I think maybe if Hamlin had given at least half a lane, he probably could have still stayed door to door and pinched him and gotten a better run off. And maybe it would have ended differently.
Yeah, if he didn't hit his quarter panel, he would have had a run. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the moment, and I think he thought he was side by side, and the door banged to the finish, but it was still a really good finish. Either one, whoever won it, they both
2 weeks in a
deserved
row.
it. How about NBC? Every single NBC race, I think, has been good. Other than the Daytona, I wish they would have
I think
finished
Could
Daytona.
have been really good. And Daytona was still really good. Just it could have been more.
Yeah, I mean, look at IndyCar. They just finished they started the race at like what?
12.
12 and
Yeah.
finished at like 2:30. I mean, NASCAR would have finished at say 8:30
Here we go.
if they
Here we go.
reran the race. But that's just a me thing. I would love to
No,
see
it's-
it go green.
No,
we're
that's
we're
a-
weeks
that's a-
past.
I don't think it's just a you thing. I'm pretty sure many,
how
many,
about-
many NASCAR fans felt like that.
How do we feel about the modified race getting called short?
I mean,
If anybody did watch Modified, it was a good race, but they
It was
got
a
to
great
keep on
race.
schedule. They had like 7 races that day. They
Yeah,
had
it's-
Modifieds, and they had Xfinity, and then they had K&N.
because then you've got people that don't really care about modifieds at all and came for another race, and they show up to the track and they're like, "Well, what's this?"
Well, no,
Yeah.
everyone goes on Saturday for the modifieds.
Okay, well, I'm not a New Hampshire boy, so I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah,
But that's
Bristol,
like, the
everybody
crowd
goes
was
early
so
on Friday
mad.
to see the modifieds too.
The crowd was pissed.
Well, what was after the modifieds?
Xfinity. That's why.
Okay, well, I think that's pretty important. Which
You gotta
sucks.
keep on
It's not a
track.
big deal.
Yeah.
Well, no, we were watching it from home in the call, and we were definitely disappointed. We were like, "Oh, what? That's it?" Because like it was really good.
Yeah.
When they were just throwing it in there.
By the way, another thing, Kyle Busch. I'm looking at it right now. I totally forgot. Finished 8th with 118 laps led. He was dominating. He messed up a couple times himself.
Yeah, they got him stuck back there after a pit road. Then he cut a tire going to.
Yeah.
I think.
But you could hear it on the radio after he hit the wall. He didn't sound angry. He knew what he did. 'Cause, I mean, that was his fault. But
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I always like it when somebody, they're like, all right, that's my fault. That's another thing that I can respect Kyle Busch for. He knows when it's his fault. But then again, sometimes he can get a little bit riled up depending on the situation. But that's
Regardless-
just how it is.
Don't ignore the fact that he's finished top 10 17 out of 20 races this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Speaking of records, Almirola has 11 straight top 20 finishes.
Congratulations.
There it is. And he also
Yay.
brake checked the field
Even
once
after
today.
that.
He what? Yeah, he did. He did botch a restart,
He brake checked the field today.
which I feel very personally attacked by, even though they were all the way in New Hampshire.
No, it wasn't the cause of Johnson's problems, but yeah.
It technically was, but at the same time, Chase Elliott had the exact same issue. So that's interesting.
It's just Hendrick's shitty manufacturing.
There it
curse.
is.
All right, hang on. You
No
can't curse.
cursing, dude. I'm gonna get demonetized. But if you would like to, donate, feel free. We're not gonna talk. All right. So yeah, about that.
Toss that in real quick.
We're just gonna toss it in. But no, anything else to touch on? I mean, solid days for. I would say solid days for Hendrick. Byron went to a
Hendrick?
backup. Bowman went to a triple backup, and he still finished 14th. I wouldn't say it's a solid day. Maybe if the other two lived, it would have been a great day.
I would say solid. Yeah, I mean, like if it weren't for stupid water pump things, the 9 and the 9 especially, they both had good speed.
Yeah.
9 more so.
So next week, Pocono picks. What do we got?
Oh God.
We're gonna go down the line. We're gonna start with Seth, go to Alex, go to Matthew, and then I'll pick last.
All right.
All right. I'll go
Since you
Ryan
suggested picks.
Ryan
We'll go
Blaney.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Just talking about him.
Blaney. He did. He brought it up. So I think he'll go back and keep his streak up with not winning at tracks with 4 corners.
Right, well, there it is.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm between Kevin Harvick keeping the momentum up and getting 2 wins in a row, or Kyle Busch because you have to pick Kyle Busch. He's amazing at Pocono.
Can we pick the same driver as another person?
Yeah,
here?
no, go ahead.
Good.
Are you gonna pick?
Oh, well, I thought Alex was deciding. You mentioned 2 drivers. I thought you were deciding.
Nope.
One or
Okay,
the
then
other.
I'm gonna
There
pick-
it is. All right.
Well, I'm
Pick
gonna-
both.
I'm gonna pick Kyle Busch because he led half the race last time and won. It's an easy pick.
Wow. All right. Well, Byron had a strong run earlier at Pocono. I'm gonna go with William Byron. He gets his
Ooh,
first ever career
really?
win at Pocono.
He did lead 25 laps and finished 9th, so it's solid. pick.
Flips.
Okay,
serious?
we're not doing this. There it is.
No one's flipping.
There
All
it
right.
is. Nobody's gonna flip.
How many cautions?
How many cautions? 7. With the
Minus
stages.
stage breaks?
With,
this, okay.
so
Yeah,
4.
5. without the stage breaks.
It'll be a high amount.
I'm gonna go 6 with stage breaks. One
it is.
big ass wreck in stage 3.
Oh no.
What was it? What
Going
year did
to
that happen?
turn one on the final
2016?
restart.
2016, like Tony Stewart got in the air.
Or 2018, Bubba Wallace's brakes go out going into turn 1, except this time it's
Or
on a
when
restart.
Casey Kane flew into the bushes, but we're not going to talk about that one.
Yikes!
That's going to be it for this week. If you guys have anything to comment about, what you guys thought about the race. Oh, yeah. How about this? Overall, every weekend. Overall, what do you give the race out of 10?
I believe that's what I started with.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
6 out of 10. Solid.
6? All right.
The whole weekend? Oh.
No, just the cup race. We're just going to... We should probably
Wait, Matt,
touch
can you
on
give, like-
other races next time, but, Christopher Bell won the Xfinity race. That happened. He ran away. All right.
Paul Menard's
Wait,
been out
so
here
Matt-
some Britain.
That happened.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Seth,
So Matthew
what do you give it?
the race a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of
Mhm.
10.
You can be biased. It's okay. Remember, not
I'll
experienced.
I'll go 8.5. 8.5.
8.5.
Okay,
A
then.
little bit high.
I said you can't be biased, but
I'm gonna go 7-2.
7.2. I'm going 7.1. I said 7.2
All right.
earlier, but 7.1.
get 7-1.
I think it would have been like a 7.7, 7.6 if Denny Hamlin stayed on the outside, but, you could have gained multiple points just right there. So, there it is. Next week, every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be uploading this. The Watkins Glen week, it'll still be uploaded at the same time. I'll be home. So yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to have some home footage then. Next week is Pocono. Should be a good race. Once again, check out everybody's link in the description. All Texas 247. And again, presented by Seth Rawls Designs. Go check him out. Good paint schemes, good logos, good banners, whatever you need, he does it. Link in the
Good
description. We'll be here next week. Hope everybody had a solid Sunday. We'll see ya. Oh yeah.
Holla.
Oh yeah.